G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. So lovely to have you here. Now, you guys have been in love with my silicone inlays. There's a shell, there's a starfish. I've got a bit of resin stuck to the back of them. There's a flower, there's a ammonite, part of the nautilus family. Anyway, those are inlays, and if you have watched my video do this one, making this one, you'll have noticed that I used the inlay. I put it down into my deep silicone mold, my small one, and then I dusted it with powder and created this. I love this. It's got this silver background. And it looks puffy. It looks really three-dimensional. You can see the shadow on it there. It's just amazing. So, but I thought just to make it a little bit more simple, because a lot of people said that, you know, their silicone inlay was floating up and all that. I mean, I just pushed mine back down again. But anyway, to make it a little bit easier for you all, look what I did. Look, it's built in. They are built in. Yay! Been making a lot of molds, new molds lately, haven't I? So this is this one. This is my inlay mold. I've got some resin here. I'm using the Platinum 360 Plus, and I think they take about 50 grams each, kind of about at 1.5 ounces each for these ones. So I made up a little bit more just to be on the safe side. 150 grams of A and 65 grams of B. Now, the other thing, when I do these, sometimes I put them into the mold and then I dust them, but then, you know, you've got dust on your mold, and if you wipe your mold, a lot of times you'll smudge it, and then that smudge will be transferred into your piece, because silicone's like that. It just picks up everything. Otherwise, you know, I put it on the side like that and I dusted it, and then I picked it up and I put it in my mold and stuck it down. But with this, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make it even easier for you. Yes, I am. Even easier. Know what I'm going to do? I am just going to pour clear on these now. I'm going to spray them with a little bit of my 100% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. I'll start over here. I'm just going to spray, and I'm just going to pour this straight over, and it can just come up to the surface. I won't fill it up just yet all the way, because I might go around with the little silicone tool, and I don't want it all overflowing. How easy is that? You all following me? Yeah, so far so good. Hey, easy peasy. I do also like to pour onto a stick. I think it also helps with less bubbles. But certainly the alcohol does seem to break the surface tension of the resin, of the silicone, I should say, of the silicone mold. And it just helps prevent the bubbles. The alcohol just rises to the top. It just evaporates. It's not going to make any difference to your piece, I don't think. We'll find out. Oops, that one's a bit full. Oh, that's a bit full. Let me take some out. Now, take some out. I'm just going to actually put that paper towel on there like that, and then I'll just throw that away. Wasn't concentrating. Wasn't watching what I was doing. Let's get a baby wipe out. Go around my edges. Yeah, they're not very big, like they're only 10 centimeters. They're not a huge piece, and because it's a little bit smaller, it weighs less, the mold, so it costs less to make, it costs less to ship. So yeah, just trying to make it easier for you. Now I'm just wondering if the alcohol, because I can see it's kind of a bit streaky in there, just wondering if the alcohol will actually disappear, or whether it's going to stay streaky. Like normally it doesn't bother me because I've got like a dark you know, I'm going to do like a dark color, but these are going to be clear on the outside. And I will tell you, I'll talk you through the next step when I come to the next step. But let's just carefully go around just with a little silicone brush. See, there's a bubble there. And we'll just make sure nothing's clinging to the edge. The 360 plus is pretty good for not having bubbles. This is why you don't fill it up all the way first, so that you can then still go around and push the resin without it pushing right out. I can still see some little streaks. I wonder if it's okay to torch yet. Maybe not, because I put a lot of alcohol in there, and you don't want to go torching straight afterwards, because you know what will happen, it'll flame up. So just give it a few minutes, I guess, until, oh, I forgot the middle. I forgot the middle, the little flower. I always forget the middle. Pour into him in a sec. My other thing, this one that I normally use, the little nozzle's clogged. I'm gonna have to fix it. Did I put too much in? I've probably gone over again. It's such a little one, you know, and it's already half full because of the flour. Oh gosh, here we go. I'll take some out. Can't see what I'm doing. My hand was in the way. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job here, am I? I think I'm tired. I've been working non-stop since 7 this morning. It's just after 5 p.m. now. Doing resin, making molds, getting orders out. Wasn't going to do another video today. I've already done one video today. I wasn't going to do another one, and I saw this mold sitting here and I thought, oh, I want to use it. But, you know, sometimes you can just get too tired and not concentrating properly. And that's me at the moment, just not concentrating, am I? Nope. Now, I can see a little bubbly boo in there. And I'm just going to gently pick it with the toothpick. There we go. Okay, so now what I need to do is, now I just need to fill them up, take them up to the top, because I can see a little bit of the ammonite sticking out there, and the top of the starfish is still sticking up. So we'll just pour a little bit more in, and then I'll look across the top and see if they're covered. And you can dome these if you want to. You don't have to, but you can dome them if you want to, because this will be the top. What you're looking at now will be the top. And all right, there we go. And the other side will be the bottom. Okay, now I'm just going to stand back and look across. This one's full. That one could do with a little bit more. I'm going to go slowly at this point so you don't overflow them. Oh dear. But look, it's no bother. This is why I always make up a little bit more resin than what I need, because sometimes I overflow and then I need a little bit more. And yeah, you're better off having an extra ounce, aren't you, rather than not enough. It's a pain having to do this, and then you have to make up 1 more ounce of resin. See, I can see a little film over the tops of those, and that's the alcohol. And I've told you guys before, haven't I? If you're going to do a clear top, don't put alcohol in it. And then I've gone and sprayed them with alcohol. I'm just looking across the top again, making sure they're full enough. So there we go. That's basically all I'm going to do today. I might be able to burn that alcohol off. I wonder if that's helped. No, I can still see it. Bummer. I can still see it. Lesson learned. Don't spray with alcohol when you're doing clear, because it floats up to the top and it leaves an oily, like an oil slick look. And I know I've told you not to do that before, and then I've gone and done it. So, all right, that'll be all for today. Once these have set, I will unmold them tomorrow and I'll show you the next step. So basically, this is easy so far. I know this part wasn't all that exciting, just pouring clear resin, but tomorrow I'll do the rest. Right, so it's the next day. I have demolded these. I lost that part of the video, but you know, all I did was just I just turned them over. That was it. Like, you didn't miss anything. All right, so there's our little shell, flower. This little one's got quite a few bubbles in it, unfortunately. Never mind. There's the ammonite and the starfish. So we're finished with this mold now. It's done its job, and I can pop it over there. All right, so the next job, actually I might put them like this, then you can see a little bit better. I might be able to zoom in a bit more. There we go. Spread it out a bit. So, inspiration is this one. Love it, love it, love it. I had to look back on my video to see what I used. I used the silver interference powder with black background, and then after I'd poured the black, I put some of this Marabou metallic silver. So that's what I used for this one. And yeah, because I really love that, I'm going to use it again. I am, so that's going to be sitting aside. But instead of using the silver interference, look, I was thinking about using all different interference powders, but I don't think I love the color change. I just do. And I don't think the interference is going to really do all that much. I've got these two from Let's Resin, which they kindly sent me. Thank you, Let's Resin. Links for those are down in my description. There's 5 different colors. I don't know that the color of the box makes any difference, because there's green ones in here and there's blue ones in here, so I don't think they make any difference. That's maple. Black cherry, I want to use that one. Green, I'm going to use the green from this one. Gold, I don't know. I haven't even opened that one yet. I've used a few of these, but I haven't opened that one yet. Blue. Blue. Oh, not sure what color that goes. I haven't opened that one yet either. Look, I'm not going to open those. I'll just use the ones that I've already got open. So I need 5. So we've got what's that? Red cherry, galaxy, dark magenta. I do like that one. That's probably my favorite. Wish the little jars were a bit bigger. Dark green, love that. Deep blue and fairy green. Now, fairy green was, I'll just get it. Remember this? Do you remember this one I made with the crushed velvet? That was the fairy green, which was very pretty. But I think I'm going to go with deep blue. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, there we go. We've got 5. We've got 5 colours. Now, it's just a matter of brushing them on. I'll keep the little lids with them so I don't lose them. See, I've got a deep blue. Where was the other one? Deep blue and... Oh, no, it's all right. I put the other blue back, didn't I? All right, so here we go. I've got my little brush. Make sure it's nice and clean before you get started. And so basically, we're just going to do some dusting. That's it. This is the best part. I love this. Love dusting it. I don't think the dust stays on, or the powder I should say. I don't know that it stays on as well on resin as it does if you're dusting a silicone mold. I think the silicone, because it's silicone, it's kind of more sticky. So I think it sort of stays on better, but this one, I mean, this one stayed on perfectly, and that wasn't onto silicone, that was straight onto resin, so yeah. I just have to make sure I put enough of it on. Alright, so I won't bore you too much with me putting all of these on. It doesn't seem to be going onto the side very well. I guess it only needs a little layer, doesn't it? When I've finished with these, I will take them over and just flip them upside down over my bin just to get the excess dust out. Alright, so that's number 1. I'm going to clean the brush. It's a shame, isn't it? Because I'm losing some of the colour. I just kind of do that until it's almost clean and then move on to the next colour. This one, this is the black cherry. I don't really see much in the way of cherry in there, but it kind of looks goldy green with a hint of red, I think. But anyway, we'll give it a go. There we go. So it's not difficult to do. Just make sure that you get up the sides. Probably don't want to put too much on because it's only a little jar, and I don't see that they'll last a long time. They're not that expensive though, but you don't want to waste it. So just try and spread around what you've already got. I need a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to put you on fast forward. I'll do the rest because you don't need to watch me do that. And then I'll mix up some black, only a little bit, because I need a little bit of black to go in each of those. And then I'll be back. Right, that's done. Now I'm just going to get my little baby wipe and clean up the surface. Go around. doesn't look as if it's got a lot on there, but then when you look at it on an angle, it certainly does shimmer. It's deceptive. I think I'm putting on too much, and you know, only a certain amount can actually stick on, but I think I'm a bit heavy-handed when I come to do these chameleon things. So because I used the alcohol and the clear resin isn't any clear, it's not clear. You know how I sprayed the alcohol and I said I shouldn't. Yeah, so it's a bit streaky. It's not as clear as it could be because of the alcohol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this silver to do the background like that. You don't have to, but I just thought I might as well. Now with that mold, you could put sand in it around these. You could pour a little bit of a colored resin in just to give a little thin coat, and then put your clear in, like if you wanted to do like a light blue, for instance, which I think would look pretty, or you can put some glitter in there, and then fill it up with clear around your little insert or inlay. You could do that. That would look pretty too. But let me know if you've got any ideas what you would do with this mold. I'd love to hear them. All right, so that's that done. Alrighty. They look pretty, don't they? Like, can you see the shimmer there? They do look pretty. Okay, so that's done now, nice and tidied up, and I'll go and mix up some black resin. Right, so I've made up some black, and I used the Resin in Midnight Black. Opened a new jar, so that was it there. Okay, keeping the colors there so I can see what they are for later, in case I forget. Put them in their order. Those are the top two, these are the bottom two, and then that's the little flower, so we can see which ones we like. Hey, because it's a bit tricky sometimes. You forget which one you've used and then you want to use it again. You can't remember. Okay, so I'm going to put my black into this little paper cup, just so it's a little bit easier for me to pour into my shapes. Probably won't even need all of that. I just made up a little bit. Oh, I needed to make up some resin for something else anyway, so I just added a bit of extra. Okay, here we go. Piece of paper towel to catch my drips. Are we ready? Here we go. Oh, this is the easy one. Look at this. You just pour it into the middle. All right, so we'll let that settle and flow to the sides. We'll do this one. See, I like having the little paper cup that you can pinch. Then you can actually do this, because you can't do that with the big plastic cup. Catch your drips. Next. There we go. These ones are easy, hey? Catch the drips. All right, I put a little bit more into my cup. I don't like filling it more than halfway, because when you're pouring it, just it all runs. Knock a cup over. It all runs down the edge if you fill it up too much. So just go slow. Half a cupful. Now we don't want to overflow these, do we? But you can see, like, how easy is this? You're just filling up your little cavity there. Like, it's so easy, hey? Easy peasy. I might use a toothpick to push that further out. Okay. Now there's my little toothpick. Because I don't want to put any more in the middle in case it overflows, so I'll just push it to the edges like that. And then if I need to, I can just add a little bit more into the middle. But yeah, don't want to overflow, because then that would just make a big mess to clean up. Wouldn't it? I'm good at making messes. I've made my share of messes, that's for sure. Okay, so that's, oh, missed a bit. There we go. That's done. That one's done. I'll just push into these little petals. There's a little bubble there, so I'll poke my toothpick into that. Now when you're doing this, you've got to make sure that you don't scratch your chameleon powder off, because then it might show, it'll show like a little scratch mark, so just do it gently. Push it in there. Needs a little bit more to fill it up. Same with this one, just push it to the edges. It wants to dome, but it doesn't want to go in all the way into these little, they're not petals, gosh, little shell things. What are they called? It's part of that seashell. Now make sure I got into all these little, I want to go right up into there. Just take your time. Right up into those little edges there. Okay. Did I just overflow that one? Something there. Something. Oh gosh. Ah! What's that? Oh gosh. Alright. Clean off my little pair of tongs. Very useful little tiny pair of tweezers or tongs or whatever they are. This one looks a little bit full. Just going to, what you can also do, you can just grab a little bit of paper towel like that, and you can just kind of dip it. If you don't need much out, you can just dip it like that, and it'll just take a little bit off the top if you've kind of overflowed just by a tiny bit. Otherwise you can just dip your paper towel in there. Alright, now I'm just going to pop a little bit more in here, a little bit more in here. That one's full, that one's full. A little bit more in there. Okay, that's done. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Just going to push this to the very edges again. Because I didn't do it, it needed to be a little bit more full. Try and get it right to the edges. It'll give you a nice 3D look. Okay, I think that's it, you guys. I think that's it. Ah, toothpick stuck to me. Okay, there we go, done. All right, quick little torch. You don't have to worry about burning your silicone mold. Look how the little mica powders come up and pop. Look at that. I always make such a mess with the black. Taking the lid off, it's got this plastic thingy over the top that you have to peel back, and oh gosh, I get it everywhere. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you for the next layer. The next layer. Just gonna get the black into my little bubble there. A little tiny bubble. Just push the black into it. So yeah, I don't need to wait until these are fully cured, but I do need to give them about 4 hours until I can put the next layer on, and we're just going to be doming over the top of these with the silver. Right, see you then. So it's the next day, and I have mixed up a little bit of resin, the Platinum 360 Plus. It's probably only about, I think I sort of went 20, 40, 60, 80, maybe 100 grams. So maybe 3.5 ounces, something like that. All right, so I've shooken that up. The metallic silver from Marabou. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a squirt. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to get that little ball back down. I keep forgetting the little ball. When you flip it over, the little ball gets stuck. Now let's put a little bit in first, see what that colour's going to be like. I still want it transparent. Maybe a touch more, a little bit more. Okay. Pop the lid back on. These are good lids, they just snap on like that. Okay. So basically, we're just going to dome these, and you've seen me dome before. It's pretty easy to do. I find it easy to do. In saying that, you do need to have the right resin. There's no point having a really, really thin resin. If you've tried a really thin resin and you've poured it on, you notice that it keeps pulling back and having bald spots. It means that your resin's too thick. Too thin. It's not a doming resin. It's really not going to work very well. So let's just, I'm going to see what the colour's like. I think it'll be okay. Yeah, like I said, I do want it to be a little bit transparent still. So we'll just pour a little blob on each. Like so. You don't have to do this. You can just leave it clear if you want to. But because I had that issue with the alcohol, it's made this hazy kind of look to my clear resin. So yeah, you could put gold in it. You could maybe put, like I said before, some sand. You could put very, very fine, like glitter would be pretty too, like a sparkle glitter. That would be nice too. Anything you like. So basically just pushing this, as you can see, to the edge. It automatically wants to stop at the edge and kind of cling to the top there. It doesn't want to go over, which is good. So I'll just do one so you can see, and then I'll do the rest, because I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. I'm thinking I don't have enough of the silver in. It's quite transparent, isn't it? I did one transparent. Probably needed one more little squirt of silver. I might add it. No, probably not. Too late now. It'll be fine. Just want a little shimmery hue to it. That's basically all you do. So you can actually use your stick like that and just pull it straight over the edge, like so. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at that. So that's basically all you need to do. So, and then you can torch it. Again, you don't need to worry about burning your mold because you don't have one. Oh gosh. All right. I'm going to finish them off, and then when these are set in about 8 hours, I'll come back to you and we'll flip them over and see what they look like, okay? Righto, so these are dry now, and it's time to flip them over. Ready? Where will we start? Let's start up here. All right, let's have a look. Are we focused? Oh gosh, it's always the issue, isn't it? Are we focused? All right, here we go. Oh, it's the shell one. I'd forgotten what was there. Yeah, look at that. Now, I don't know, can you see that, the color shift there? It goes greeny goldish there, and then purple there. Oh, it's just a pain with that ring light, isn't it? Maybe, oh, I'll go and move that one, hang on. Let's see if that's better. Well, the one over there is gone. I've aimed it up, but I've still got the side ones. So there's that one. It looks amazing. Love it. Okay, and this one. What was this one? What was this one? Oh, this one might be the ammonite. Oh yes, I can see the shape of it. Ah, silly me. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at that one. This one was, Black cherry. I do like that. I could have had my silver background a little more opaque. There's that one. Hopefully you can see the colour change to that one. All right, let's do the little one. Little flower. Oh, look at the bubbles. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It's still really cute. You could hang a little, you know, a stick-on bail on there, and it could be a cute little pendant. So I'm just trying to see if I can see a colour change. When I tip it like that, there's something like a gold on the edge here. It's really hard to pick up on through a camera, but I do my best. That's all I can do. All right, this one, I can see it there. It's the flower. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the color shift. Some have got much more of a shift than others, haven't they? Excuse my dirty nails. I've got ink under them. I can't clean them properly. Don't look at my nails. All right, so purple that way, green this way. Purple, green, purple, green. So pretty. And the last one, lucky last, is the starfish. And again, we have purple. I tend to pick the ones that have got purple in them. I just like those ones. So they've all got like a shimmer of purple, but then when you hold it that way, I don't know, can you see on the insides there how it's changed colour? Oh, I'm sorry if you can't see. It's really tricky to pick up, especially with all these lights, and the top's so reflective. It's really difficult. But there we go. So that was them. Love them. Don't know which one I love the best. Maybe this colour here. What's this one? Dark magenta. So that's the dark magenta. The middle one was deep blue. This one down here must be galaxy. Oh no, dark green, dark green. Yes, I can see the green now. These two I love. The red cherry is my new favorite. This one must be galaxy. Yes, galaxy. And then black cherry, not red cherry, black cherry. It's that one. All right, so that's them. Right, that's done. That was a lot of fun. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I'll see you again for the next one. Okay, take care. Bye for now.